Hi, it's Mrs. Duran. I thought it would be fun to do a gardening project today. So what I want to do is have you decorate a flower pot. These are just ones that I had around the house. This one's a little terracotta pot, which is made out of clay, or this one's just a plastic one that I had, and I kind of think I picked these ones up at the dollar store. I decorated this one just with Sharpie markers. I put a face on it. See, it has eyelashes and a heart nose and a nice little smile. This one, I used Sharpie marker and I glued on Google eyes, and I also used my acrylic paints for the top part. So kind of like when we did our ladybug rocks, that same paint I used on the top band of this one. I have a couple other ones that I'm working on. They're over there drying. One's a little bit larger clay pot, and then a small little clay pot that I'll do those later. But I just wanted to show you how to fill these up and get them planted. So once you have them decorated, and you can put any kind of face you want on yours, even if you have a picture of yourself, it's fun to cut out your face and glue your face onto the flower pot so that it looks like it's you. Because what we're going to do is fill our pots with dirt. This is called potting soil. And then we're going to sprinkle some grass seed in here, because when the grass seed starts to grow and it breaks open and sprouts, they call that germination of the seed. I'm just going to sprinkle a handful of seed. Can you see that there? I think that's pretty good. And I also, I just used my kitchen spoons because they're smaller than any gardening shovel that I have. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more dirt on top of that. And then I'm using my fork just to kind of rake it in a little bit, because we want it to kind of be buried in the dirt, but not too much. And the important part, which is going to be your job when you get your pot all made and filled with dirt and grass seed, is to keep it wet, because we don't want them to dry out, because the seed likes to be wet. So once we get it all planted, we're going to give it a nice squirt with some water. Make sure that it's nice and wet. It doesn't have to be dripping wet, but we want it to be damp. And I'm going to put mine on a little paper plate, or if you have like a little plastic, I don't know, empty container, you can set it on, because they might leak out the bottom. So you want something so whatever surface you put it on doesn't get really wet. So this one, I'm going to put a little bit more dirt in this one. About that much. That looks pretty good. I'm going to put a sprinkle of seed on top of this guy too. And then a little bit more dirt. I'm going to use my fork to kind of rake it in there. That looks good. I'm going to get that one wet too. So, have you ever heard the expression, you're going to watch the grass grow? Well, we're just going to watch the grass grow, because we want to see our little flower pots grow hair. And I want you to keep an eye on it every day. So maybe every morning and night you check it to make sure it's nice and wet. Give it a little squirt and then let it go. So I'm going to put mine in the window right over there. You can't see it, but it faces the west. So it's going to get quite a bit of sun. So I'm going to, if we get some hot days, I'm going to have to really make sure that I'm checking my little flower pot guy to make sure that he stays nice and damp, because we don't want him to dry out, because he'll actually grow hair faster if we keep it wet. Okay. I'd like you to maybe take notes and let me know how long it took for your grass to start sprouting. I'm guessing it's going to be right around a week. It could be as soon as like 5 days, but it could take longer too. It just kind of depends on how sunny your window is and how good you are at keeping it wet. So I hope your little flower pot face guys get some hair soon, and we'll check back and see how everyone's doing, because I'd love to see your little flower pot guys. All right. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.